Hey, another thing I found on Twitter, I know, for a guy who says he hates Twitter, boy, I sure spend a lot of time on it. I found this on Twitter earlier in the week, though, again. Somebody posed this question. I thought it would be pretty interesting. What do you think is harder to find? A hit, and this is from a scouting perspective. A hitter with plus bat speed or a hitter with innate timing?
Probably innate timing
Okay.
for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, that's there's so many variables that go into that because you can have really good bat speed, especially on a tee, or a front toss or BP, and you can manipulate that
Sure.
in those environments with their perfect game scores. But timing is timing is tough because it brings in your brain, it brings in your vision, not necessarily how clear you see it. So I've had a lot of players that have 20/15 vision but don't have great timing.
Okay.
Maybe because their depth perception isn't great. So sometimes we're getting into something else here, but sometimes players' depth perception doesn't match how well their clarity is. Okay, so depth perception is how do the eyes work together in space.
Okay.
So vision, the brain, when we start moving, our rhythm, all of that plays into the timing factor, and timing is gold. Quite honestly, because if you have really, really great swing, but the ball's never in that timing window, you don't have success. And I've had players like that. I remember one kid from the Pacific Northwest I worked with. It was the best darn BP hitter I've ever seen in my life. I mean, he'd hit, remember those 1-inch balls we'd hit with a 1-inch bat? He'd hit like every one of them on a line. Mm-hmm. And I'd check up on him. He went to a Division I college. And I said, why aren't you playing, man? I mean, you've got the best eye-hand coordination I think I've ever seen. And he's like, well, I get so anxious, and I'm early on stuff and pulling off. And, and it really, that relaxation and timing is critical.
Yeah. So I don't want to put words in your mouth, but are you kind of saying that at times bat speed can be a little deceptive when you're looking at it from a scouting perspective?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. All right. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. Well, coming up.
If there's for an example, if there's a 18-year-old player that's going to be drafted in the top 10 rounds, an 18-year-old player that is somewhat physical for 18, he's 190 pounds plus.
Yeah.
If he's still playing and he's still pretty successful at 18, he has bat speed. Like,
sure.
Bat speed isn't the issue. In fact, I was working with a kid last night here in Texas who's 160 pounds, and he hits the ball 95 plus miles an hour, his exit velocity. 160 pounds. Yeah. Like skinny, wiry, left-hand hitting shortstop.
Sure.
And there's I don't ever have to win it. When you're 180 pounds, your bat speed is going to be your exit velocity is going to be in the big league ratio.
Sure.
But what is important for him to be successful, because he hasn't been as successful as he wants, it's that consistency. Mm-hmm. And it's that barrel being on the right plane at the right time.